Now we'll start the beak. With your yellow yarn you cast on 9 stitches in the same way as you started your bird body. 9 stitches. 1, 2. You purl your first row. Now, for your knit row, you knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 3, knit 2 together, knit 1. Row 3, you purl right to the end. Row 4, knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, you knit 2 together, knit 1. You should have 5 stitches at this stage. You purl your next row. Row 6, knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together, purl your 3 stitches. Now for the increase of the beak. Increase 1, knit 1, increase 1, purl your next row. You should now have 5 stitches back again. For your third row, knit 1, increase 1, knit 1, increase 1, knit 1, purl your 7 stitches back. The fifth row, knit 1, increase 1, knit 3, increase 1, knit 1. Purl 1 row. And then you cast off your beak. And it should end up 2 triangles joined together. Tap your yellow yarn is sufficient to sew. Pull your big stitch out to cast it off and fasten it off by pulling it through the stitch. Now sew the edges by folding your 2 triangles with your cast on edge and cast off edge joining, and sew along the 2 side edges, come down, put it through the bottom of your work to come out the other side, and sew back up the other side. Now you're ready to stuff. With a small piece of yarn, just tuck inside out the way. Try not to overstuff your beak. Now, have your bird facing so base has half your white to the base, and your beak laying flat with either sewn edges to the sides. Place it halfway on your white and red, and sew all the way around. Once you have sewn round your beak, you put your needle right through to the back, roughly where the tail will end up. This way you can hide the fastening off of your yellow wool. Just tuck it over a couple of times and draw it through to fasten it off. And there you have your beak. Now we're going to go on to the eyes. Your finished product will look like this. With your white wool, you have to cast on 12 stitches. Cast on your 12 stitches. Row 1, knit. Row 2, purl. Row 3, knit 2 together, knit 4, and now turn. Work on these 5 stitches. Purl 2 together, purl to the end. Row 5, knit 2, knit 2 together. Row 6, purl 2 together, purl 1. Then knit 2 together and fasten off. Rejoin your white yarn, working on the other 5 stitches on your left hand needle. First row, knit 2 together, knit to the end. Purl 2 together, purl 1, purl 2 together. Row 3, knit 2 together, knit 1. Row 4, purl 2 together, and then fasten off. You should end up with your pieces like this, without the balls in it. Now for your eyeballs, you take a small strand of black wool, with your darning needle, and at the back of your eyes, roughly in the centre, just tack and catch it at the back. Bring your yarn to the front of your work and over sew a few times to make an eyeball, which do in both sides of your work should have this. With one of the strands of white wool, you then thread it back up, place it on your front of your bird about 2 knitted stitches above the beak, in the centre as best as you can. Now sew this to his face. And then you sew the eyes on all the way round, and with the white wool do the same as you did with the yellow. Take it through the back and sew it round. Your tail will cover this up. Now for your tail.